you for the intro, Margaret. So my name is Abram Katz. I'm a teaching consultant and a creative arts teacher. I teach by way of modeling, so I thought I'd show you what I do first day of class. I am going to ask you what your passions are, what your interests are, why you chose to become educators. We're not going to go around the room, but popcorn style, who has a passion or what led you to be in this room today? I'm interested in getting to know you so we can start a relationship and then we can begin the educational process. So that's how I teach. It's very human-based, and it was wonderful that we got to get into our breath and our intention. So does anybody have a reason why you are sitting in this room today that you would like to share? It's a good place to start. Yeah, please.
So I'm going into education because I just get joy from children, and it's the one place where I feel like I'm actually being my true me. So
Your true you.
yeah.
Okay, joy and true self. Good motivation. I relate a lot to that.
I'm going into education because I love to nurture people and support people, and I think that would be a wonderful environment to do so.
Thank you. And what's your name?
Cassie.
Cassie and
Michaela.
Michaela. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else like to share hopes, goals, dreams, visions? Again, why are we here in this wonderful circle within a square? Okay, a bunch of other squares. Right? Okay, let's move on. Oops, forgot one part. One of my main passions and what lights me up, what brings me the most joy, what I actually feel nurtured by and nourished by, is basically helping teachers connect with their students and helping students connect back with the teachers in this beautiful Mobius loop. It seems to be the missing piece, and it seems to be, for me, what I desired as a kid, and I got from one teacher. If you take my internship, I'll tell you about Mr. Zen. That was really his name. Okay. All right, so, first of all, who knows what digital storytelling is?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Casey.
And what's my time?
Oh, what?
Okay, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
wanna touch
we should love each other. Okay. Raise your hand if you've heard of digital storytelling before, like even the word. Okay, this is good. Raise your hand if you know what it is before looking at this. I guess I can block it, can I? Okay, so someone please read this slide aloud, self-select. Raise your hand and begin.
Digital storytelling refers to a short form of digital media production that allows everyday people to share aspects of their life story. Media may include full motion video, animation, stills, audio only, or any other forms of non-physical media.
Very good. Makes sense? Non-physical, just in this term, means virtual. Okay? But if you're still sharing your life experience, which is rooted in the physical. So, as Margaret mentioned, this is our third consecutive year at Rouge Community School. Are you guys familiar where Rouge is? Most of you? Okay. So here's some of our lovely students. It's a very unique school atmosphere, very supportive, very nurturing. And there's a lot of individuals there, but there's also a lot of solidarity within the community. And that's kind of my favorite combo. So I'm very grateful to be working there. What I am offering you today is an 8-week internship at Rouge Community School with other opportunities as we begin programming in other schools. But this is coming up, and I'll tell you about scheduling and everything, but these are some of our first interns. And you can see how beautiful it is out there. I walk around this track after class every time. A requirement of the internship is the pre-service teacher training. I'm calling them workshops, learning communities, Basically, it's an opportunity for you to get comfortable with the material before we get into the classroom. We're not going to go over everything, but I'm going to give you kind of a broad overview, and ideally ask you to start the writing process that I will be teaching students. So that's that. This is what I'm going to ask you to do, and what I'm going to ask our students to do. So we have to actually do what we ask our students to do. We're going to write a story, record a voiceover of ourselves reading that story, generate art, and some of this will be images from the internet. Combine these elements together to create a digital story. It's not as daunting as it sounds. It's actually rather fun. And the intern videos will be short, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. So don't let this part scare you. And if you are scared, talk to me after you write me and say, yeah, I want to do this anyways, but I'm kind of scared, but I'm pushing my boundary, and we'll start a dialogue from there. So your job. This is like a job, and this is how I show up for all the way elementary through high school. I just kind of have this baseline, I wouldn't say an assumption, but I approach the students, and you guys are going to be students as well, as though you're already a professional. And lo and behold, when you see someone like that and you look at them as though they're qualified and capable, they become that really quickly. So I'm going to look at you as though you're capable, and
They are amazing. They're amazing.
there, I can tell. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to have you assist with classroom management and curriculum implementation, mentor students through the writing process and recording process. You'll do tutoring. Again, you're helping with the on-site recording. I'll explain more about that, but this is all voiceover related. And then assisting and editing finalization of all media content. This piece, I'll remind you when we start, and at the middle, and at the end, we'll all go, oh my God, this is so much work, but it's very satisfying work. So if anybody's worked with any type of digital media, you know that whatever you anticipate is going to be the time frame, it's about 3 times that. So just know the last day, we're going to be editing student videos so they're the highest quality possible, and we spell Miss Berry correctly. Seriously, quality control, it's written into the curriculum. You guys are going to learn all kinds of stuff, and this is the nuts and bolts. So we're starting October 20th. When is that? Next week? Yeah, okay. 8 weeks, here's the time frame. Ideally, I need you to commit to these times, and then a couple other meetings outside of class. If this conflicts with anything, don't stop the reading that we start in the middle, or in the beginning of the class. Let's talk. And this is our estimated end date. We may go a week longer depending on the needs of the students. So, that's it. I'm going to show you a video from last year that one of the students in the EMDA program made. She came out and filmed, and we have really cool documentaries coming up as soon as they're edited by the DMC. So, oh yeah, I have to do this. Hey, you guys know who that kid is?
Yeah.
Okay. You're hired. That's everybody.
And this is John.
You guys
He
know
was
him?
here right here
Yes.
last year.
Great.
Oh, someone knows.
John's like Sebastian becoming the Treyu. Okay, I'm going to try not to blast you.
Hi, my name is John Biggerstaff. I'm a senior at Southern Oregon University, and I am doing the digital storytelling project at Bruce Community School. It's been a really amazing program. I've enjoyed every bit of it. It was great to see the kids open up in the classroom. Some of them didn't seem like they've ever shared what they've experienced before until this project, and I'm really grateful to be here to support them and to help them share their story, to be able to feel free to get open about what's going on in their life and possibly get help for that as well. Children need to get their social emotional health taken care of, and this is a great opportunity for them to share what's going on in their lives and
Yay. Okay. Can we turn the lights on? This is gonna be like, wake up, who wants to really do this?
Maybe, would it make sense to put it in the context of capstone, just briefly?
That's
Because
what I
in
meant
terms
to
of time, yeah, so we estimate that it'll be about 30, just over 30 hours of in-classroom time for the project, and another 30 easily for the post-production work, right? And that all counts as your capstone hours, so it will easily, this could easily take care of all of your capstone fieldwork by the end of December. And that is one, I hope, a little bit of incentive, because it could fit nicely. And then, as Ram said, there may be opportunities going forward, but that's one thing. The other piece of logistics is, you may not know where Rouge is. Rouge is about 45 minutes, the school is about 45 minutes from campus. It's in the Medford School District, but it's out about 8 miles past Jacksonville towards Grants Pass. It's a little school, it's got just under 200 kids, and it is beautiful, as you saw. The catch would be you need some kind of transportation, either your own or potentially teaming up. The interns last year carpooled, I think, pretty much every time they went together. And there may be, we're looking into the possibility of a little bit of reimbursement for gas if you're the driver. So those are the logistics that I thought might be helpful for you to know. You probably have some questions, and I encourage you to ask.
So in terms of capstone hours, we expect interns to do a minimum of 60 hours, about 40 hours in the winter, 20 hours in spring. With this project, you are starting early, and that is okay. Between Erin and myself, who will be the instructors next to 2 terms, that we're fine with you to continue, because they are wonderful mentors, and it's going to be a wonderful experience for you to really get to work with real children, real students in the school, in the real setting. That's awesome. So, and then well organized and well mentored, and all that project is, people have done already for some years. So you're stepping into a very safe area, and there will be a lot of interactions, a lot of bonding and social emotional development for students and also yourself too. So it is a really a good opportunity. And you can actually do it with our permission to start early, like next week. So then in spring term, you don't have to worry about, because you've done already all your hours. Okay. Yeah, Lauren.
So one of the things that I want to make sure to do, I don't know if everybody's doing it, but the SOAR presentation, is that something that you guys work with, that we
Yes.
can?
Yes,
Okay.
above and beyond.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were actually the main presenters last year, which I'm very proud of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we even brought some of the students from Rouge to
Yeah.
kind of talk about their experience.
Yeah.
That will
Well,
also be coming up.
Did you make, I think some of them made also the big poster. At the
Yes.
same time, you get a very special treatment that you get to present to the real audience as presenters, and it's going to be really good for your resume too.
Yeah, once this video comes out of the SOAR presentations, they're going to be studied too.
Yeah. And everyone will be presenting under
Yes.
SOAR.
Yeah.
We'll explain more.
So if we're interested, but we're not sure about the transportation portion, will there be a chance to talk to the other people who are interested to figure out carpooling?
Multiple chances. Carpooling is encouraged. The bonding that happened, I was very jealous.
Yeah.
Driving out there, they would get out of the car and just
Yeah.
like, wow, we're a cohort, and we
Yeah.
just unified. I'm like, oh, this lead teacher guy. So, yeah.
Does your email questionnaire have car, yes, no on it?
No.
Like one.
Okay, good one.
I'm interested, but I have class on Tuesday. At that time, I was wondering if it was possible just to do Thursdays, since I'm available on Thursdays.
Okay. I haven't done that before, but I'm really open and becoming more flexible this year. So if you're at all interested,
Yeah.
if you think that you can't even do it, or you don't have a car, you can only come one day, let me know. Because this is real world job experience. Because again, I'm like the big employer guy, but I can actually make an adjustment. Right? So whatever rule I told you, hear me and then push for what you actually want. Serious job skill training.
And if the person in that situation was doing it for their capstone and you wanted to make sure you got the 60 hours, but you're not available during that time, I'm sure that there'll be plenty of other things that you can fill in at different times, so that's the
Right.
Yeah, so
flexibility.
you can at least get some of the hours done.
Yeah.
Ephraim, are you in the, sorry.
I was just gonna say, there's 3 possible schools coming up. Ashland Middle School, we're already teaching a self-portrait class in the winter. So there's just lots of opportunities. I'm the internship depot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that was my
Oh,
question, but
okay.
it's not Rouge, there's opportunity at the Ashland Middle School and Talent Middle School?
Talent, yes. And talent is a probably, just
Okay.
securing funding. But
Okay.
Ashland Middle School is pretty much go ahead.
Okay.
And then Chiloquin is a maybe, depending on the character lab grant. And if you're watching, it's a good program. Give us money. Continue. Sorry.
They have a lot of money.
So, if we did the digital storytelling, would we be able to continue with some of the other programs going into winter when digital storytelling is
Yeah.
that correct? Digital storytelling ends in December?
Yes, and then it'll be mostly creative writing with possible media elements included at different schools. But yes, there's opportunities to continue. And yeah, the better relationship we build, and then that we build with the teachers on site here at the school, it all gives rise to just better programming. So it's one of our models. Yeah.
So are you gonna come back and inform us about the middle school opportunities, or?
Yeah, I can do that. I can also just do it by email, depending on what we need. I'll come back and if you guys are fine. But you'll be notified of everything.
Okay.
You're gonna be definitely.
So do you want them to email you,
Yes.
Ephraim, like today, earlier the better?
Yeah.
Because it's starting
Really?
next week.
Eager
So-
Beavers win this race. Let's see. So I'm gonna, when you email me and say, yes, I'm interested in something, some aspect of what you're putting forward, I'm gonna give you a questionnaire. Questionnaires 5 or 6 questions. And look at that.
Well, people.
Yay!
Yay!
Give me. Okay.
13.
Don't think too hard, just be honest. I'm gonna say very simple things like, what excites you about this? What are you hoping to learn? What skills would you like to gain? Be honest. If you say, oh, I'm having a hard time with the technology aspect, but that's something I want to learn, I'm gonna go, oh, look, that's probably gonna be a good educator because they're being accountable and taking responsibility for the education. They'll encourage that in other students. I like that. So interestingly enough, if you say there's a weakness that I would like to develop, I'm gonna say, ooh, that person's a strong educator. So I just gave you like the tip.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
You're
I'll
amazing.
take that.